a hearty good luck to your Ohio State Buckeyes this
Yeah,
weekend.
baby. Yes, yes, yes. I will
A good
take
luck
it.
for that
You
ass
know what?
whooping you're gonna take. A good luck. Very, very
Listen.
good luck.
Hey, Vinny, I can't even talk trash. I was so prepared to talk trash. Talk trash last week with Albert Breer. We call him Bert. The government calls him Albert. I call him Bert. So Bert Breer grew up in Massachusetts, went to Ohio State. So he's a Buckeye, honorary Buckeye. And we were talking so much trash last week. Oh, can't wait. We're looking right past Maryland. I didn't think about Maryland. And as a matter of fact, Michigan playing Illinois. I didn't think about the Illini. Okay, get Illinois out of here. Get Maryland out of here. Michigan won by 2. Ohio State got a late touchdown. The game looked a little more comfortable than it actually was. I was sweating during that game. So I was humbled last week. I'm not talking trash today. I think they're going to win. I mean, like, come on, Vinny.
Okay.
Right,
Okay. I
come on,
like it.
Vinny.
I like it.
Come
I like
on,
it.
man. Come on, Vinny. You
I
know what's
like
going to
it.
happen,
Do
right?
I?
You know what's going to happen. You're
Do
dreading it. You're kind
I?
of dreading it. You're dreading it a little bit. That's why I love it, though. By the way, I know you're representing the alma mater, but who was there for you before Medill was there for you? Who raised you? Who raised you? Medill ain't raised you. Northwestern ain't raised you. Michigan raised you. But you got no Michigan representation today. You representing that smart Big Ten school. But you ain't representing the Big Ten school that's going to be playing tomorrow.
Well, it's
For a
funny you
spot.
should say that because I did not go to Medill. I didn't go to a Big Ten school because I ain't had that kind of money. I'm wearing Medill today because my friend J.A. Adonde gave me this as a gift for speaking to his class. You know, I would speak to the Medill students, especially when I lived in Chicago for a number of years. And unfortunately, Mr. Holley, I'm in your hometown right now of Cleveland. So if I wore, like some patronizing Michigan gear, I might come and have my hotel room on fire. I don't feel like dealing with that right now. So I figure I'd wear something a little more neutral. I think this weekend is going to be a glorious, glorious occasion if we're going to talk about Ohio State, Michigan, or rather, as people with common sense say it, Michigan versus Ohio. That's how we refer. That's how we refer to you folks. Not in that the Ohio State stuff or anything like that.
That's very obnoxious, isn't it? That is obnoxious.
You act like you don't have any home training. That's what y'all act like. You Clevelanders, you Ohio Staters. Like, I'm just glad you guys actually know how to spell the. Shockingly, I didn't know. And when you spell the OHIO, sometimes it looks like it's spelled in reverse. So I'm not really sure if spelling is really a strength of you guys. But you know what is a strength of you guys?
Right.
You know what is a strength of you guys?
What is it?
Is giving up Heisman moments to Michigan players on punt returns, kick returns.
All the traders.
Which one?
You mean all the traders? You mean all the traders? All the traders who are native Ohioans who have gone up north. Desmond Howard. I'm talking about you, Desmond Howard from Cleveland. I'm talking about you, Charles Woodson from Ohio, leaving the state to go play for Michigan. Okay, go ahead. It's in Ohio. It's close to Michigan. Still, Ohio. Trader. So go ahead. You got some highlights? You want to show me some videos? Is that what you got here? Did you ask Gary Carter?
I don't know if Gary has the highlights of the 78-yard punt return or the 91-yard punt return. Capitalized by Keith Jackson saying, "Hello, Heisman." Do you remember that? Do you remember that moment?
Yeah, I do. I do remember that. I do vaguely.
Okay.
Vaguely, because you know what?
Vaguely.
Because it's like this.
Vaguely.
Because it's like people, like I say Cowboys fans, for example. I don't have a problem with Cowboys fans. But it's just the example that came to mind. Who love telling you about the glory days because the glory days were in the 90s. So they remember the 90s really well. They're like, hey, what happened in 2005? I don't know. What happened in 2010, 15, 20? Oh, I don't know. But hey, remember that time we beat Buffalo the second time? Like, okay, we going over. We doing 1992 again? We doing that again? Okay,
Respect.
I got a few.
Respect.
I got a few issues. I got a few issues with you. Number one.
Okay.
And you know, J.A. Adande is another brother from another. That's my boy. Okay, I've known Adande. We were teens. We were teens coming up in this business together. We have done a lot of the same things along the way. He was a columnist. I was a columnist. He covered the beat, the NBA beat. I covered the NBA beat. He did TV. I did TV. He teaches. I teach. You ain't come to my class. What?
You didn't invite me.
You ain't come to my class. Oh man, come on. You going to Northwestern instead of Boston University? Anyway.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about Boston University, going somewhere in Boston, as a brother, I have to worry about actually getting in and out of Boston in one piece.
Hey, let me tell you, Vinny, Evanston, Illinois, not Chicago, Evanston, Illinois, is kind of similar to Boston in that regard. As a matter of fact, I don't think Evanston has the numbers that Boston does. So, you know, let's calm down with that. It's
well, once again, J.A. Adande teaches in downtown Chicago, right off the water.
Ew. Okay. Uh-huh.
So once again, I don't have to go north. When I lived in Chicago, I think one of my, like a doctor I had was like north in Evanston. So it wasn't as much of an issue there. Now, black men living in Boston, endangered species.
Oh,
congrats to you.
Stop it.
You'll be
stop.
You'll be. Here lies the Michael Holley Triceratops.
You need to spend more time here. This is a great city. This is a great city.
Oh, you mean like blacks. In June during the NBA
It's a great
finals?
city.
I spent plenty of time there, brother. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
I was waiting for it. I was stalling so you could have it. Okay, here we go. Let me see this run.
One tackle.
Nice.
Two. Oh, give me that block there. And running right past David Boston.
Slow.
Hey, but y'all still couldn't catch him. He ran past David Boston on his way to history. Wasn't such. That was you know what that you're gonna laugh at this. I was in 8th grade that day, and on that particular Saturday, I was one of these smart kids. Not to be funny about it, I was one of these smart kids. So I had to take a high school entrance exam to go to one of like the high schools of choice. I had to go take an entrance exam to go to one of the high schools of choice in downtown Detroit that you had to sort of test to get into. It's the same day as the Michigan-Ohio State game. So I'm rushing through this test so I can get home at noon or get home at 11:30, lather it up a little bit to watch Chuck take over on David Boston and those overrated, overfed Ohio State Buckeyes.
Overfed.
Overfed.
That's true.
But I will say this weekend will be a good game. Saturday will be a good game. Ohio State does have a talent advantage. They have a wide receiver advantage, which honestly scares me to death. But Michigan this year, like last year, has the advantage in the trenches, and that's why they won last year by 2 touchdowns. And if they win on Saturday,
they put it on them.
So this ain't the Cowboys. This ain't the Cowboys talking about Barry Switzer and Jimmy Johnson. We can go back 50 weeks
to last year.
We haven't lost to Ohio State since 2019.
Yeah, and you've done it. And we can go back 50 weeks and you've done it every single week. Every Michigan person I run into just revels in that victory because it's been a long time. But I'll say this. You're right. You may have the advantage in the trenches. Where you don't have an advantage is in a very important position, head coach. Your head coach. Ooh, maybe a little bit of a liability. He may be a liability. Yes, a liability. And I tell you what the head coach did. Head coach, see, like Ryan Day at Ohio State. See, Ohio State guys, even the flawed ones, because we had some flawed characters over the years. And like Urban Meyer, very flawed, right?
That's all you have
Tressel,
is flaws.
But Jim Tressel.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying over there.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right. That's fair. I think Robert Smith learned that, by the way. Robert Smith from Ohio, went to Ohio State, good job. But apparently he wasn't raised right because he thought he was going to go to Ohio State and actually go to class. Hey, bruh, you ain't here to go to class. You're not here to, he's like, oh, I got my labs. I'm going to be a doctor. I got my labs over practice. No, no, no. We're not one of these smart Vinny Goodwill testing to get into the elite schools. No, 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 no. Leave that to Medill. That's from Medill and Purdue. You want to be smart, go to Purdue. You want to play football.
What did Cardell Jones say a couple years ago? I didn't come to play school. I came to play football.
Cardell, our championship quarterback. Thank you very much. 2015 shout out. But yeah, I'll tell you. No, we've had our flawed guys, from Urban Meyer to Jim Tressel. He looked like he was normal, but he was flawed. He had the sweater vest, button down. You think he's just like, just kind of, traditional. He's not. He's doing some dirty stuff too. Cool. It's cool. But you know what our guys never do? They don't have wandering eyes. They're committed to Ohio State. They ain't trying to go like Jim Harbaugh is trying to go to going to Minnesota. He was trying to go to the Vikings last year. And then when the Vikings turned him down, because he probably went in there like overinflating his importance, when they turned him down, he tried to crawl back to Michigan saying, oh, I was just going to investigate. I'm committed to Michigan. If you were committed to Michigan, why'd you go to Minnesota for the interview? Anyway, it ain't going to matter. It ain't going to matter tomorrow. It will be a close game for a half. It'll be close for a half.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
shooting.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Shooting your shot. You are calling your shot. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Vinny, I'm just going to tell you this. Regardless, I'm quiet during these games. I'm quiet. So if they're up by 21, I'm not going to be chirping. I'm not going to be chirping at you. If they're down by 14 or 17, I might be hiding. But no, I'm not going to say anything. Down by 14 or 17. I just let the game. I'm old school that way. Some of these people with these tweets that people have, it's got screenshots of them. Oh, they try to delete the tweet. No. We got you. When you were celebrating, like a Falcons fan up by 25 on the Patriots, for example. No. I don't do that. Just wait till it's all over. Okay. And then I'll talk to you. Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.